Hi guys, welcome back to Casually Crafted. My name is Ashley and this is Crafty Chat number 70. So today I just have a few finished objects to show you and kind of works in progress. It's been a little weird for me since the craft fair finished and I'm kind of in this limbo state of not really wanting to do anything now that I've completely lost the Crojo or whatever you want to call it, but I've got a house project I'm working on. I'm making a gallery wall picture frame thing above my couch in the living room. So I've been really trying to get that done while my husband's away at work. So that's been taking a lot of my time, like designing where everything's going to go and then like painting all the frames and then hanging them on the wall. So I'm almost done with that. My plan for that today is I need to print out pictures or order pictures to be printed to actually go in the frames, because I was more worried about getting the frames up on the walls than caring about what was going in them. So I need to figure that out still. So that's been taking up a lot of my time. So I've really only been crocheting a little bit in the car when I pick up my kids from school. So I haven't gotten a whole lot done. But I do have a few little things, and one of the things I forgot to show you on my last video that had been done previously. So we'll start there, I guess. So I don't have it here with me because it was a birthday gift for my daughter's best friend, and she had her party the night before the craft fair. So I was working on that at the same time as I was getting ready for the craft fair. But I'll post some pictures here as I'm talking. This is the mini dino pattern by, I think it's Mary Makes here on YouTube, a tutorial. She makes lots of these big giant dinosaurs. Like if you look on her Instagram, she makes them in all different sizes from like tiny to giant. She uses somebody else's pattern that has 5 stripes, and she always posts that one. And then she made her own of like a mini version, which has 3 stripes. So I used that one, but I used, instead of worsted weight yarn like her pattern shows, like the tutorial shows, I used Sweet Snuggles Light, or whatever that Michael's version is called, the loops and thread of like the chenille yarn. So I had one color, like the lighter turquoisey aqua color I already had. That's the only one I'd ever had of that brand. And then, because I don't have a Michaels nearby and I don't like to spend lots of money on those. So, and then while I was over Easter break, I got the darker teal, because I knew that would, and because sorry, her mom told me that she liked dinosaurs and something else. I think it was monkeys, I don't know. And then she liked like teals and aquas, which are my favorite colors too. So I decided to make her the dinosaur in those colors. So anyway, my daughter said she liked it and named it Muffin, I think. I don't know. They're 10, so you know. Anyway, so that was my like last finished object before the craft fair. Since then, so at the craft fair, somebody, one of the 3rd grade teachers, asked me to make her an axolotl for a class pet. So I had all the bowls with the like aquarium pets, and she was like, "Oh, can you make me an axolotl?" or however you say that. I'm not really sure. So I told her I would, and I know her like outside of school, so I was just like, just pay me when it's done, and I'll like send you pictures and make sure you like it. Because I don't normally take very many like special orders of things unless it's towels. But anyway, so I started making her one, and I don't know the patterns that I used. I'll link them below. I'll have to find them. So she asked my daughter to pick the colors, and she said light pink with a dark pink accent. So this is the first one I made, and it was cute, but for what she was looking for, I decided it wasn't going to work. So I didn't even send her this picture. because she wanted it in a bowl to be like a class pet in her classroom, and I felt like I needed the shape of it, the ones that are like more laying down, because he'd be in a bowl like this, and that'd be weird. And he was too big, or she, I don't know, too big for the bowls that I had. I had two kind of larger ones. And so what I ended up doing was I made a different axolotl pattern where he is kind of laying down, like the no-sew, just little baubles for his feet and everything. And then like the eyes were more here and everything like that. But I used, this was Parfait Chunky that I've used for this one. But I was worried that was still going to be too big. So I have some just regular Premier Parfait, which I think is discontinued. So, because I used it to make scrunchies like 3 years ago when I did the farmer's market. Anyway, so I use light pink, which is a lot lighter than this. A light pink for the body and like a teal for the gills and stuff, because I only had what colors I had to work with. So I sent her some pictures of him in the bowls, and she picked out the bowl that she liked, and she thought he was cute, and so I delivered it to her, and she was happy with it. So I didn't love the color combination necessarily, but she didn't say anything about it, so I guess she was fine with it. Yeah, so that's the two axolotls I made. From there, also on my gallery wall, I've been wanting to make a crocheted mandala type thing to hang on there as also. So this is what I made, and on my camera that shows a lot more blue than it is. In real life it's more teal, so a lot more green than that. This was a YouTube tutorial. She used like 2 strands of, I think, the Yarn Bee Chloe yarn held together in a larger hook, and she put it on a hula hoop. I just went as far as it would take to get around this. I think it's like an 8-inch-ish ring. And the yarn, it's not even yarn. It's like this cord, really thin cord stuff that I got on Temu because I was buying other things and it was like the right color. So I got it and I made that. So this will be going on my wall. I haven't decided how I'm hanging it up yet because I don't really want to put like a ribbon or anything. I kind of just want it flat on the wall. But I did kind of glue the knots because I wasn't sure, or like the ends, I wasn't sure how well, since it's kind of slippery, if it would come undone. So, and it's just going to be on the wall, so who cares if there's glue on the back. So that is that thing done. And I almost made it bigger because I do have bigger sized rings, but I kept it small. Just for fun, I've always wanted to make some like fidget toy type things, and I've never gotten around to it. And April was for the Wings program that Rose from Rose Likes Crochet does. They were accepting fidget toys, so I made some of these those like spinner things these ones, where it's like you pull this middle piece and it like never ends. So I think I sent her 2 like this, and then 1 keychain type one with like the beads on it. I didn't like that one as much, but my daughters wanted me to make them some, so the older one picked out some colors of their favorite colors right now. So she likes this like light blue, so this was some dollar store cotton, I think, and this was some other I love this cotton or something like that. But I forgot to add the last row of like slip stitches around these ones, and she was like, why is hers bigger than mine? I was like, well, I did so that my other daughter had a hard time pulling it through with the first ones I made, and so I made the opening a little bit bigger on this one, just the first chain that you do. So when I first started this pattern, there's a pattern on her website, and then she has a tutorial also, and this is the small version. I know she has a bigger version, and it just did, like, the joining part after the first row like didn't make sense to me. But in her comments, she had linked, somebody asked about it, like they couldn't get it right, so she had linked another of her tutorials on how to make a Mobius wrap type thing, and it was the same idea of joining. So seeing that made it make a lot more sense, and I finally got it. So I still messed up a few times on some of these just getting started, because that part's a little confusing, and I was really frustrated because I was like, normally I can figure things out pretty well, and I wasn't figuring it out, and I was mad, but I got it. So I also made one in this color because I was making some things to go with Lisa from, oh my goodness, I totally just forgot her channel, Happily Hooked Crochet or something. I don't know why I can't think of it right now, because I watched her all the time. Anyway, she does her like greeting card make along, where she picks a random greeting card from somebody's, like, her collection that people have sent her in her Happy Mail, and she says, okay, here's the picture of the card, and you just make stuff that matches. So this month was like a Scrabble type birthday card, and so the Scrabble pieces were like a light, like ivory-ish color, whatever you want to call it, and then the other pieces were like kind of purplish pinkish. So this is the color I was going for, so I made that. I also made a little stress ball out of the Premier Parfait, the normal kind that was kind of that color. And then I made this flower pouch. I've seen these on Instagram, and there's a few tutorials on YouTube. I'll post the one that I did here. I don't love how big this is. Like, the idea of this is to, like, put this on your backpack. So, like, you have, and I didn't weave it any ends. So it's just a little pouch you can put stuff in, and you put it on your backpack or your purse or whatever. You have this loop here and this loop here. It took me a minute to figure out how to do this too. So you can close it by putting it through that loop, and you can either just carry it like that, or you can hook it onto your backpack by looping it around the strap and then pulling this through, and then it hooks it on. I do want to make more of these, but in like smaller size, so just like chapstick or your headphone case or whatever you want to put in there. I don't think something big like this will sell that well. I don't know. And I started a few different patterns, and I didn't love how they were turning out. So this one I did adjust because she does this in the round, and then once you start the petals, you start doing, I think you slip stitch and then go up. I don't know. But the way you do that, there's like this big color change because you're going in the round, and then all of a sudden you change to pink. So that side's a little more obvious, but this side it's a little less obvious because I did join and then cut off and then rejoin this color instead of just doing a color change. Because I didn't like, even in her pictures you can see the really obvious color change from the spiral to the petals, and I didn't like that. So yeah, I'm gonna try to find another pattern for a smaller version, or just find a pattern for a smaller flower that I can then make into a little pouch like this. So that's pretty much it as far as finished objects. I do have a few works in progress. The other day I went to Joann's. I don't even remember why I went to Joann's. Oh, okay. I was getting stuff for the next thing I'm going to show you. But in their clearance section, they had some of this Bernat Ogo and this color. I'll show you the colors because they're in the project in a second. But it was clearance for $6.47, which is okay. I mean, it's good for Bernat. But they also had 25% off of all clearance that day or week. I don't know. I just saw a sign. Anyway, they were cute giraffe colors, I thought. So I decided to make a giraffe. So, sorry, my bag is completely unorganized. So a lot of this color, and then these two colors. So I'm not using this one, but these two I thought were cute, and I'll use this for something else. So this is, I don't know if you guys remember the frog pop thingies that I made. Um, this is basically the same thing, but in giraffe form. So it's the same designer on Instagram. And so his head does go up like this. I should have used a smaller hook. I think I used a 7mm hook, and I think I like to use a 6 for these, because when he's up, his head is pretty wobbly, and then it's hard to get him back down because of how soft, like how not stiff he is, I guess. But he's kind of cute. Something's going on there. But as I was making him, I was like, he looks like a cow. And then I went back to her Instagram, and she does have a cow pattern, which is the same exact pattern. She just shows you different colors and different types of spots. So he's pretty much done. I think I'm supposed to add a little tuft of the contrast color to his tail, and then add little random spots around his body. And he was mostly just for fun, just because I wanted to try the pattern, and I thought those were good colors for it. So it just, like, I wanted something to do that was just for fun. I'm not sure if I'll make any more. This part took most of, there's this much left of this color, so I don't think it'd be enough to make another one. So if I do make another one, it'll be probably out of the Parfait Chunky and whatever colors I have that match giraffes. I don't know. But I might just have him be the only one, which is fine. And I might make the cow version, because I think the cow's cute. So that, okay, so then I was at Joann's to get, like, jewelry stuff, because Walmart didn't really have what I wanted. And so my sister, my younger sister, sorry, I'm trying to, my bags are so unorganized right now, asked me if I could make her a few things that I've been working on. So she wants me to make her some chokers. Apparently I made her one a few years ago, and what's funny about that is I'm pretty sure she doesn't watch this, hopefully. So she sent my mom a picture, because my mom was with me and she was talking to my mom. But apparently I had made her what she thought was a choker a few years ago, and it actually was supposed to be a headband. So there was like a hair tie attached to the back so that it would be stretchy to go on a headband. And she was like, oh, it was too big, because she thought it was a choker. And so she had just been using like a safety pin to hold it on the back, and the hair tie broke eventually or something. Anyway, she wants more chokers. But I was like, okay, that wasn't supposed to be a choker, but whatever. So I decided to look for some patterns. So, like, she's not too picky, I don't think, about what it looks like. She doesn't want anything not anything like too lacy or girly, because it was just like a basic double crochet. So I'm trying to keep them pretty simple, but not like boring. So, but what was I gonna say? Oh, so this first pattern, it called for size 10 crochet thread, which I used, and for one thing, it only came out like this long with how many chains. I'm like, that's not gonna go around anybody's neck. And then so I went up to, I had with me a size 3 crochet thread, and I even had to add more. They had you chain like 72. I think I chained like more than that. I don't remember. To get more around the neck. So even this one only goes to there and there, like so. But my plan is, I don't think I wrote it down, is to put like the ribbon clasps at the end, and then like a little chain, so she can decide how tight she needs it. So this first one, I still kind of followed that person's pattern. It's basically a V-stitch, even though her pictures, you can't tell it's a V-stitch. It looks more like just like a mesh, but I'm pretty sure I followed her pattern and it's like a V-stitch. So that's the black one. So she only has specific colors she wanted me to make, and didn't say anything as far as like design or whatever. So this one, and I'm obviously still all connected because I've just been making these up as I go, like in the car. This one I just did half double crochets, and then on the next row I did single crochets in that third loop to make the little ridge. I don't know why that's not focusing. So there's a little ridge that like almost looks like a little braid. I think I made this one a little longer. Yeah, because I didn't want to have to use like a ton of chain. Keep messing my hair up. I didn't want to have to use a ton of that jewelry chain stuff to get it to attach. So those two are basically done. She wants like 6, so I'll have to see if I have the right colors in. This is also a size 3 crochet thread. I mean, obviously I can use just regular yarn. It was just like just regular worsted weight yarn that I used before, but I figure cotton might hold up a little bit better than the acrylic. So I might change things up for some of the colors if I don't have the colors I need as far as the thread goes. And I don't know, I'm just kind of making up random patterns after that first one that I kind of followed. So, and I'm hoping that the way I'm going to put it together works out. I'm just kind of making that up. So hopefully I don't waste my time making all of them and then decide it didn't work. Because the one that I followed, she has you just use, like, you put the jump ring on one side and then the lobster clasp on the other side, and you crochet that into the pattern as you're going. And I didn't do that, obviously, so whatever, we'll make it work. Anyway, so that is the last bit of actual projects I've been working on. I do have a few acquisitions to show you because I've been getting the Mary Maxim monthly kits and I haven't showed you. I just got another one, so I have 3 to show you because I've been slacking. So this first one is a bunny gnome, which I will probably not be making, but it does come with some pink and some blue, the pipe cleaners, a little bit of tan, a little bit of white. So there's that one. That was probably March's, maybe, because I don't know if I have March, April, May. It's not May yet, or so maybe February, March, April. I don't know. This next one is a shawl. Sorry, I don't really feel like holding that whole thing out, but it's with this Summer Nights from Lion Brand, which makes me laugh because I have some of this already, kind of a lot, not a lot, but I just use this to make snowflake like Christmas ornaments, and now I can make a lot more apparently because I don't use it to really make anything else. I guess I could double it up because it's so thin that I don't know what else I would make with it. I could double it up or triple it up. I don't know. If you guys have any other ideas. I don't make shawls. Not that I couldn't make shawls. Oh, why did that turn off? Oh, I hate it when it does that. Not that I couldn't make shawls, but I don't see anybody around me wearing shawls. I don't think I would wear a shawl. So I've never made a shawl, and I don't plan to make a shawl. Everybody right now is doing the Bag O' Day one, and it's pretty, but I don't see the point personally. So, I don't know. Anyway, so if you have any ideas of what to make with that's not a shawl, let me know. And then the other one is this bag. I don't know why my lights are like flickering. And this is with Karen Cotton Cakes, but they're like little ones for whatever reason. I've never seen them in little versions. So once again, I probably will not make that bag. Not that there's anything wrong with it. If I made a bag, it'd probably be that granny square bottom bag that Rose likes to make all the time. or I could save it for a top or something. I don't know. I think maybe with the smaller balls, you're getting more color faster. Maybe the bigger balls have larger sections of stripes. I don't know if that's true. I could just be making that up. But yeah, so I don't know. I might only have 1 or 2 more months of that. I'll have to see how many I've gotten, because the idea was just to do it for 6 months, minus the first month. So anyway, sorry, this is kind of like a whole bunch of random little stuff. Nothing's really organized. I have to go pick up my daughter from school in a little bit, or Joy school, so she's at a friend's house. But I figured I'd hop on here while she's there and get this out of the way, and hopefully I can get it edited tonight once the kids are in bed, because I've got other stuff to do. Got a lot of cleaning to do and stuff. So anyway, thank you guys for watching, and I will talk to you guys next time. Bye guys.